How's it going? Galore Wrestling Figures here. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the upcoming Will Ospreay AEW figures and Will Ospreay AEW figures that I want to see released. So, Will Ospreay, where do we start? The Aerial Assassin. Personally, I'm a big Will Ospreay fan. He was born a few hours away from where I was born, and I've obviously seen him on the Indies, New Japan, AEW. And personally, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of what he can do in the ring. He's quite good at cutting promos, and I am quite a big fan of him. And also, he's quite toyetic as well. So obviously, his attires, they're amazing. So I thought I'd do this video just to show you figures that I do think that we might be seeing eventually be released. So far he hasn't had any AEW figures, but he has had one AEW figure released so far, and it is his Super 7 figure. This was released before he was in AEW a few years ago, and not a lot of people know about this, but personally it isn't perfect in hand, it isn't too good. It comes with loads of accessories, and, as I say, it's good as a display piece, but even on display it isn't perfect. However, I do quite like it. But let's get on to what was talked about at San Diego Comic Con. So, we got this figure shown off, and off the top of my head, for some reason, I can't remember what series it was, but I am hyped for this figure. Of course, this is based off Forbidden Door last year, 2023 Forbidden Door, when Will Ospreay faced Kenny Omega. One of the best AEW matches I've ever seen. I watched it live, and personally, I do quite like this figure. Obviously, you get the alternative head, and it is quite accurate. And to be honest with you, I can definitely see this figure maybe selling out on the pre-order. Well, maybe going on to back order for the pre-order, because it is a good figure, and obviously Will Ospreay is quite toyetic, as I say, so I expect a lot of AEW figures. And personally, I do quite like this one as a figure. And of course, it's based off Forbidden Door. It's a perfect figure. So, the bigger news. It has been confirmed that we are getting a Will Ospreay Supreme figure. So, personally, if you can see on this image here, this figure that is on, well, not the figure, sort of the Supreme logo, as you can see, so the, whatever you want to call it, the attire that I'm showing you now is based off AEW Dynasty, when he faced Bryan Danielson. And this is a perfect attire, and this will be a really good Supreme. Obviously, you'll get 2 sets of tights, hopefully, a couple of head scans, hopefully this entrance jacket, and it'll be a really good figure, obviously, with the articulation. And the reason why I'm talking about this Dynasty attire is because, obviously, it's on this photo here, so I'm assuming we're getting this. So, personally, I am hyped for this if we do get this Dynasty figure. So now, I'm going to talk about figures that I do want to see. So, obviously, with a Supreme, you do get 2 sets of legs. And the other set of legs, I think, we will be getting is his Revolution 2024 attire. Obviously, this is based off when he faced Takeshita. And the reason I say this attire is because it is sort of similar to his other attire. And that's why I do sort of see us getting it. I might be wrong, but I do see us getting that for some reason. And personally, I think they're both great attires, but the Revolution one really does stand out. And in figure form, as I say, it's toyetic. What else can you really ask for? I do think it's a really good attire. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get both of these. So, that's it for sort of confirmed, well, pretty much confirmed figures we are getting. So now, the next couple of figures I'm going to talk about are figures that I want to see. So the first one that I want to see released is Will Ospreay's All-In 2023 attire. So this is based off last year when he faced Chris Jericho All In. And of course, this attire is representing, obviously, Great Britain with the colours. And I do quite like it. Personally, I have seen a lot of customs of this which look amazing. However, I'm a customs guy myself. I like making customs. However, when you get the official release of the figure, personally, you can't really beat that. Sometimes you can, but when you get the official figure, it's just good to have it in hand, if you know what I mean. So this All-In attire, it is quite bright in terms of the colours, red, white, obviously blue as well. And I'm not sure how to do this, maybe in a 2-pack with Chris Jericho, maybe Shop AEW exclusive, the Vault, but with the entrance jacket and the belt as well. I would really like this. I think it'd be a really good figure, and I definitely see a lot of people getting it because, of course, it is a really good attire. So the next figure I want to see is this attire that Kenny Omega wore at Forbidden Door 2022, and he also wore it on Dynamite, I think once or twice. And of course, he wore this at Forbidden Door when he faced Orange Cassidy, and was that his AEW debut? I can't remember. It's when he was still with New Japan. And obviously, it is a really good attire. There's a lot going on with the attire, but obviously the green, the white, it stands out, and I just think this is a perfect attire. And there's a lot of New Japan attires I would like to see in figure form, but I'm not too sure we'd get those. Hopefully we could. But this, of course, is based off when he was in AEW, so I don't see any issues with them making this, and I do think it would be a really good figure to make. Now, the next figure is one where I'm not sure if we could get it made or not, but it would be cool. And it is based off last year's Wrestle Kingdom, when Will Ospreay faced Kenny Omega. And obviously he wore this in New Japan. I'm not sure if he'll wear it in AEW again. However, I think it'd be really cool to see it in AEW. And the reason I say they might be able to mention it is because, of course, he faced Kenny Omega. So I'm not sure if maybe that could maybe help in the favour of us getting it in figure form. Because, of course, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay are both in AEW. I'm not sure if we could get it made. Hopefully we could, but I do really like this attire. This is one where I've seen a lot of customs of this. I thought about doing it myself, and I'm sort of not really wanting to do it now because soon we might get a figure of it. And maybe a 2-pack of, obviously, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega based off last year's Wrestle Kingdom. It would be really good, and the match was amazing. So to get... This is what I like about figure collecting. You see an amazing match, and then you get the figure in hand. It's amazing. Or if you've had a custom that maybe isn't perfect, and then you get the official custom in hand, the official figure in hand, it's amazing. And I just think Will Ospreay, we need a lot of Will Ospreay figures. He's amazing in the ring, and I don't see why they won't make figures. As I say, he's really toyetic. Obviously, I know now he has got a few more tattoos compared to when he was first in AEW, so obviously, you know, they could maybe do something there. He's obviously, if you've followed Will Ospreay through the years, even the last couple of years, he has changed his hair slightly. Well, quite a lot, really. So, obviously, different head scans, different looks. I'm hyped for the upcoming Will Ospreay figures. And when we do get them, make sure you check them out. I'm not sure if the new Will Ospreay is up for pre-order on Ringside, but if it is, go and pre-order it. But I think it isn't yet. But all I can say is, roll on the Will Ospreay figures. I'm really hyped for them, and when they do release. So, I think that pretty much covers all that I want to talk about in this video. And there is a lot more Will Ospreay figures that I want to see. However, these are the main ones that I want to see. So, let me know in the comments down below what Will Ospreay figure you'd want to see in figure form. Thanks for watching. Hang on, I said that wrong. Let me know in the comments down below what Will Ospreay attire you'd want to see in figure form. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.